Hello and welcome to The Wizard. This campaign's a bit different than your average tabletop RPG show. For one, we'll be playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and unlike most shows and most home campaigns, our adventuring party is a party of one. Say hi, Autumn.
Hi.
This campaign takes place in a homebrew setting on the world of Athara, a wide and varied planet home to benevolent and fell creatures alike, such as dragons, elves, sorcerers, and fiends. It's also home to magic of all kinds, from the divine to the strange, as well as temples to the many gods inhabiting the outer sphere. Our story begins in the year 1711 of the New Era, a little over 150 years after Philineth Sunwalker first emerged into the public eye in the growing metropolis of Crossroad on the continent of Abaria. As a drow, he was viewed with skepticism and wariness. No one could have guessed that he would singularly usher in the age referred to as the Arcane Explosion. His advancements in arcane technology led to a wonder of the modern age, the Crosslink Railway. Powered by arcane engines, these trains span Abaria and stretch down into the kingdom of Halasar. A secretive and private figure, his influence and power has only grown since his creation of the Sunwalker Enterprise, a business at a scale unseen before in the history of Abaria. All this brings us to the current task of this campaign's sole adventurer. Autumn, could you introduce your character?
Yes. My character's name is Aribhin Foundling. That's Aribhin Foundling. He is an elf Nephilim, and he's a godborn Nephilim, which means he's been more directly touched by a god rather than like further in the lineage like a typical Nephilim. He's also a wizard, School of the Boundary. He's also archetyped in Bard, and his mythic calling is Sage's Calling.
Yeah, so as you can tell, we're using some variant rules here, and also you will find Godborn Nephilim in no rulebook in Pathfinder because we made it up. So, but importantly, Aribhin Foundling does not know which god he is born from, what god placed him on this planet, and for what purpose.
I'm also level 5.
Also level 5. It was only around 2 months ago that Aribhin Foundling abruptly departed from Dragonmount Academy, Abaria's premier school for arcane study. Upon arriving to his home city of Crossroad, he witnessed the murder of Ulan Mir, a dwarvish businessman working for the Sunwalker Enterprise, just outside the city's crosslink station. Aribhin was hired by the Enterprise to investigate, though he was sworn to secrecy. He could share his findings with no one but his contact within the Enterprise. It was discovered that Ulan Mir's body went missing from the morgue shortly after his death. A group of drow defiled the corpse in a dark ritual, then unleashed terror aboard the first public flight of the Sunwalker Enterprise's latest invention, floating airships. These drow and the flesh-warped form of Ulan Mir were killed by Aribhin and other adventurers, but the whole incident was hushed up by the Enterprise. But who were these drow? What was the point of their carnage and murder? Aribhin Foundling's been on the trail ever since, leading him further and further south. Let's get started. Good morning, this is your captain speaking. Here pretty soon we'll be pulling up to Starspire, which is the last stop here on the first line. If you're visiting, have a great trip, and if you live here, then welcome home. Make sure you grab your belongings, and if you see another passenger sleeping, please give him a shake for me. I hope you enjoyed your trip on the Crosslink Railway and hope to see you again soon. You watch as the sandy, rocky desert landscape pass by outside. I said that wrong. You watch as the sandy, rocky desert landscape passes by outside. It's been a while since you last saw something green, something besides the desert. But you can't beat the view from the lounge car. It's the only car on the train with floor-to-ceiling glass windows. In fact, as the crosslink slows and the hum of the arcane engine begins to grow quieter, passengers begin to crowd the car, with some pressing their faces up against the glass to get a view of the approaching city, the capital of the kingdom of Halasar. Strangely though, through the crowd you can see the landscape outside begin to shift. You begin to see pockets of grass and vegetation, then more and more as, before your eyes, the desert is left abruptly behind. Crop fields and farmland take its place, complete with wandering livestock, and you can see ahead of the train the city beginning to come into view. The crosslink slows, eventually coming to a stop at a raised platform, half of which lies in the middle of a city block, while the other half sticks back out into the fields. You hear a gentle chime as the doors to the train slide open and passengers begin to spill out into the city. What do you want to do?
I hastily finish probably like the third coffee I've had today at the bar. I like rattle off like a goodbye. Nice talking to you for so long to the barkeep.
Yeah, he's like, bye, pleasure to talk to you too. But there's a sense of like, oh, thank God this guy is leaving.
Okay. And then did I get another little like test invention they're testing out to give notes on or anything during this trip?
Yeah, this one, it's essentially, it's actually, this invention is not one from Dragon Mount. This isn't like a new household invention. This is one actually for the train. In all the time it's existed, there hasn't been really a solid emergency kind of a device to let the captain know that something bad is happening on the train. Strangely enough, you get the sense that maybe there's ways that basically employees on the train can kind of talk to one another from a distance and everything, but there hasn't been like a solid like passenger emergency kind of pull device. Like, when you're on a bus and it's like pull to stop. There's something like that. It's essentially just like a dangling stick on a rope, but it's enchanted. And so they've been getting your advice on that a little bit. And there have been numerous instances of you startling passengers as the sound that they have it linked up to. Even though it's a test, they're using the actual shrill emergency sound. So off in the distance you pull and suddenly there's a like sound going. And more than once they've had to kind of calm everyone down. And you get the sense that they mostly gave this to you to appease you because you kept asking if you had, because not all trains have inventions for people to test out, but you kept asking because you've traveled on the train before. You could like, so is there a new invention? And eventually they gave you this and anyhow, you've been testing it out along the way.
So basically I invented it.
Basically, yes.
Okay, great. Cool. So I'm going to get off the train. I'm going to scope the scene, like what kind of shops, restaurants, bars, inns, what kind of, right off the train, what is there?
Well, if you don't mind, as you do step off the train and step out into kind of the windy, first block of the city, would you describe your character?
Oh, right, yeah. So Aribhin steps off the train. He's tall, but he's not like absurdly tall for an elf. He's probably about 6'2". He's also pale, and he's got like very intricate markings on his skin, and they have like an iridescent shimmer when the light hits them. And he's also like dressed pretty well. He's got like a purple vest on, like a shoulder holster, but instead of like guns, it's like a book. He's got like a book shoulder holster, and then on his like right leg, his thigh, he's got a wand holster where he stores his wand. Let's see, what else? Oh, he's got silver eyes, and then like accents of purple in the clothing. Was that adequate?
Yeah, he's got like...
Did I describe his hair at all?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's like super long black hair.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, so as you step off into the city, you see that this appears to be, as you've traveled on the crosslink more and more, it's not homogenous, each station, but there is kind of around each crosslink station there tends to be some sort of like a tavern of some kind or more than one. There's some sort of general goods store, probably gift shops to be honest with you, depending on the city. And there's definitely a gift shop here with like novelties of the Star Spire and everything. And speaking of that, as you look off into the city and kind of take in your surroundings, you can see aspects of it, or I would say this, aspects stand out to you that you read about on the way here. And you're like, oh, that's what I read about. Most strikingly, you see the city's namesake, the massive cylindrical spire that reaches into the sky and commands the surrounding landscape. That's off sort of towards the middle, the center of the city, from what you can tell. It's shimmering. It's got like shimmering blue, silver, and green markings of some kind that kind of span its height. Not sure if it's like paint or if it's some sort of glowing enchantment. You're getting here. It's only about maybe at 10:30, 11 in the morning. So you can't quite, and you're also pretty far away. So you can't quite get a good look at what that is. But you can also see beyond several dense city blocks, there's an expanse of immense trees with long drooping branches. And you kind of recall that this city is increasingly known for its strange, sporadic pattern of dense urban blocks, then suddenly spilling into completely wild landscapes. And when I say wild, I mean there are like wild animals running around in there that people can go hunt, and they're massive. These forests and woods and springs and valleys just randomly spread throughout the city. And you begin to realize that this city is probably pretty large geographically to fit so much city, but also so much wilderness in one city. Anyhow, all kinds of folk wander the streets of Starspire, from everyday wanderers wearing clothes not dissimilar from what you might wear in Crossroad, to Druidic-looking folk wearing pelts, furs, and simple cloths, to armored guards and merchants dressed in flowing silks and colorful linens. But yeah, so the buildings around here, you can see that mostly constructed of stone, like some sort of light-colored gray stone or white at times. There's also a kind of spicy scent to the air, not in the sense of like hot spice, but just in the sense that there's a lot of heavily spiced food nearby. There are some stands selling various, seems to be meat-heavy cuisine here. However, kind of mixed in with that is the faint smell of dung from all of the horses and mules around the station, where lots of wagons have been brought in from merchants that are, one, unloading stuff from the back part of the train, and others that are loading stuff in, because here soon this train's going to set back off to the north and ship some produce back up that way. So lots of horses and mules through here that are kind of carting stuff in and out of the area. You do also notice there might be a couple of these back in Crossroad, but here you see lots of what basically are rickshaws, little kind of people-pulled wheeled transports scurrying off through the city. But yeah, as you look around, there's a few businesses around here. You see nearby there's a tavern. It's got a sign hanging out front. It just says The Fountain.
Okay, great. I'll probably explore. It's kind of like explore for the first. I'll get some street food.
Okay.
And then I'll probably kind of like explore throughout the city, just to get kind of a feel for the first few hours. Ooh, I need to figure out where I will be leaving from to get to Lolithir. So ideally, I'll be exploring in that direction. So can I kind of maybe ask around?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, make a quick diplomacy check for me.
Okay. That's the first roll. Oh, God. Okay, 13.
13? To be honest, it's not too difficult to ask around. You're specifically asking about how to get to Lolithir. Well, I'll say what you learned with a 13 is that there is a road that leads from Starspire up to Lolithir. It's called the Deep Road.
Okay.
But with a 13, that's all you get from asking around kind of lightly. It seems like you're going to have to like find someone more specifically to give you this information.
Okay. Does it seem like there might be like a travel guide kind of person anywhere?
Sure. Make a perception check for me.
All right. Oh no. The first rolls were 3 and 1.
And that one?
Yeah.
All right. No, you are... I'll say that. I'll put it this way. As you're entering this new city, well, one, I think you pointedly said that you've had about 3 coffees.
Yeah.
So as you step off the crosslink into the pretty humid air that you wouldn't expect after leaving a desert, but it seems like the climate within the city suddenly gets very humid due to the sudden greenery, and there's a kind of moisture in the air about it that is strange to you after just leaving from the desert.
Yep.
but you shed your robe. Would you wear a robe or a cloak?
No,
More of a coat.
no, probably just like a shirt.
Okay. You start to roll up your sleeves as you kind of have like the caffeine sweats a little bit as you kind of exit out into the city. You're kind of getting a little antsy. You're like, oh my God, I shouldn't have had that third coffee. So you step out and you start just going up to random people on the street. You're like ordering street food. And they're serving it to you and you're like, hey, how do I get to Lolithir? And he's like, there's a deep road that heads up north. And then you like are looking around very frantically and while also wolfing down this food because that caffeine, that coffee is like burning a hole in your stomach. So as you're looking around, no, you're not really finding anything at the moment. And you kind of meander around the area for the better part of half an hour to an hour before you start to settle back into some sense of feeling normal.
Yeah. Okay. I, in an efforts to become more normal, I need like a downer now. So I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna get a beer while I'm also very caffeinated.
All right, you kind of you have some sweat kind of dripping down your face from the humid air and the heat, and you kind of wipe your face as you go into the fountain. And it's actually the door is not even closed right now. It's just kind of a cloth that hangs over the doorway essentially. You're gonna wipe your face and you realize that you had stuff all over the side of your mouth.
God damn it, Alec!
Like 20 minutes as you just wolfed it all down. But you head in, you catch it before you go in, and you're like, oh, thank God, before you like talk to someone intensively.
Yeah, even though dozens of people have already seen me.
So
Fuck.
you head in, you see behind the bar, it's fairly busy in here, even though it's only around 11:30 now, after you just wandered around in a caffeinated, frantic state for the last 45 minutes. You see that there's a dwarf woman behind the bar, tan brown skin, she's kind of got short braids of dark hair. As you walk up, it takes her a second to get to you, and she's like, what can I get for you?
I'll have the local, whatever it is,
All right, I got you. And so she kind of fills up a beer for you and brings it back. She's kind of like foam sloshes over the edge, but it looks nice. It's cold.
Okay, cool, great. Oh, so fuck yeah. Yeah, like ever so slightly shakily. I'd have to take a sip from it.
She's like, you all right there?
Yes, just off the crosslink, had the last of that sweet, sweet coffee. Probably too much at once, so bringing it back down.
Are you from, I'm assuming you're from Abaria?
Yes.
Well, we've got coffee around here. Around here, it's not as rare as it is, as I hear it is up there.
Yes, I've heard. I would love your recommendation on...
I'll give you one in a little while once you're feeling a little better.
All right.
Well, welcome to the city.
Thank you. And what's your name?
Gulita.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Gulita.
Okay, great. Thank you. Cool. And then I'm going to look around and like, what's the clientele look like? What have like the population, what has the population looked like here?
So like this tavern is pretty, I would say it's pretty busy. It just seems like it stays in a kind of busy state as like both, like wagon haulers come in and kind of people that are getting the wagons here, as well as merchants who are doing business around here, as well as people who have just gotten off the crosslink, and people who are about to get on it. So just lots of, it's kind of a hodgepodge. It's kind of one of those places where it's just like any and everybody is at this tavern. So if there's any kind of person specifically you're looking for, you can probably find them here. But you see that just down the bar as you're kind of like slowly, shakily drinking your beer, which one is nice because the food is rather a little bit spicy, which your Ibarian palate is not quite used to. So it's nice to have this cold beer to kind of wash it down with. But you see Gulita is talking to these people down the bar. Some people will ask questions that have just arrived, just like you. You do see some people at the tavern that you were on the crosslink with. None that you necessarily, are friends with necessarily, just kind of fellow passengers. But Gulita might be a person to talk to. But yeah, there's all kind of people around here.
Okay. What's been the the racial makeup of like these people?
All kinds. I would say that I know that's not super helpful, but there's humans here, there's halflings here, dwarves, You see a dromar, a half orc.
Okay.
I would say it's not the ancestral makeup of this tavern is not too dissimilar from Ibaria. Although there are a couple goblins that are sitting at a table, and the goblins aren't uncommon in Ibaria, but there are two goblins, kind of one a little bit greener than the other, and the other one's a little bit more gray blue, kind of chatting by themselves. But they're not particularly shunned. I would say you see a couple of people that have gotten off of the train that you were on are kind of giving the goblins a slightly weird look, just because it's kind of a little bit atypical to see two goblins just at a bar this popular, just chatting.
Okay. What did you say the road that I had to go on was?
The deep road.
The deep road to Lolithir. All right. So I'll probably just like kind of sit, have my beer, come down for about half an hour, and then I'll probably like flag her over.
Just like, can I get you another one?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
While we're at it, for work, I'm traveling to Lolithir, and I'm curious as to how to get there. I've heard something about the Deep Road. I don't know how to get to the Deep Road from this tavern, if you could help me out with that at all. And then also maybe recommend another tavern where it's kind of like the locals come to more.
You're heading to the Undercity, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the Deep Road is the way you're going to want to go, but I would not recommend doing that on your own. It can get a little bit hairy up in the woods through there. There's lots of, bandits are known to roam through there. So what most people do is they just pay to travel with a guild caravan.
And what do you mean by guild caravan?
Well, there's the trade guild here. They do caravans that travel up and back and forth from the Undercity and, take goods there, bring goods back, that kind of thing. And they're pretty well guarded these days now that King Halas has really tried to secure our roads and make travel safer and make trading safer and everything for the merchants and for the ones actually hauling it there. So the guild caravans are usually pretty well guarded and protected with lots of soldiers and that kind of thing. But you do have to pay a little bit.
Right. Do you know how much? Who might I talk to?
Well, there's a trade guild office just down the road.
Okay.
It's actually just across from the station over there.
All right. Down the road. All right. What kind of things have they been trading?
From here in Lolithir?
Yes.
Well, the Undercity, to be honest, I have never been there. I mostly just stick to the city here. But from what I know, it's stuff they find down in caves.
Okay. All right. Down in well, what do they trade from here to Lolithir?
Produce, weapons, really anything. Cloth, fabrics, that sort of thing.
Okay. And what exactly is it like there?
I can't quite give you a whole lot of information on that. I've never been there, but I'll put it this way. I don't want to be judgmental here or prejudicial here, but it's got a more troublesome stigma to it than a Star Spire would, if that makes sense. Lots of strange types of people you might not find in your average above ground city, umbral gnomes. I even hear that there's a few drow there, but I'm not sure if it's a highly drow heavy city or not, but I think that the ruler there might be a drow or at least part drow or something. Goblins, all kinds of goblins there. I think there's maybe some kobolds. But there's also, I think that people live there too, just like, you and me, elves, dwarves, humans, but it's a bit more colorful from what I hear, both in ancestral makeup and also in culture and crime.
Good to know.
Is there anything else you need? I got some other clients over here that...
No, this is good for me. Thanks.
We have rooms here if you need to stay here and you see that there is a kind of a big second and third floor here to stay in. But if you want to, the deep road is up on. Usually, I think that the guild caravan set out from the north side of the city. So if you want to stay somewhere closer to there, but if I were you, I'd just go talk to the trade guild.
Yeah, I'll do that. All right, thanks. Then I'll finish my beer. Then I'm gonna leave, and then I'm gonna get an airier outfit.
Okay.
Cool.
You go to a nearby clothing store and get a new kind of more breezy linen outfit or something.
Yeah, because as it is, it's like, like I said, form fitting and black, lots of black, so not great under the sun. But yeah, probably something a lot like more flowy. Probably linen-y would be kind of a little see, not like see-through, but you know how linen, it's like it's not super opaque. All right, so I'll do that.
So you go in search of the trade guild office?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't take you long. You just kind of go to the opposite side of where the station is, and you can see that there are some wagons and carriages outside. It's got it's just like a single. It's actually not that huge, the office, but there's a brief line going out the door of various merchants and business folk. But you can see that above the doorway to the trade guild office is the symbol of a key. Make a quick religion check. It's not super high DC.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 23.
Okay, yeah. This is the symbol of Abadar, who is the master of the first vault. With that roll, I'll say that we'll go ahead and throw some stuff out there that you read on the way here. Halasar, or rather Starspire, the capital of Halasar, is made up primarily of two religions. There are more, like there are temples to Saren Ray and Iomedae here, but the two main gods worshipped here, or two faiths rather, are that of Abadar, who is the god of trade and cities and civilization, wealth, and law and like order and that kind of thing. The other one that you read about is actually a faith that kind of seems to be made up of a couple things. It's called the Wild Faith. And what it seems to be is a kind of mashup of the Green Faith, which is kind of the typical religion or kind of belief system of druids and those that just kind of worship the natural world, and Gazray, who is the wind and the waves. And what's striking about this is that Abadar and Gazray are not quite enemies, but they are quite antithetical to one another in the sense that Abadar is all about expanding civilization into the wild, and Gazray is all about preserving the wild. So what has ended up happening is that Starspire has become a place of two opposing religions that work essentially devil and angel on King Halas's shoulders, who one's pulling him in one direction and one's pulling him the other. And King Halas has supposedly tried to strike as much of a balance between the two as possible, which has led to the city kind of becoming a weird mishmash of dense urban city blocks and, as I mentioned, wild spaces of animals and trees and forestry, but not in a tamed way, not like farm, not farmed land, like completely wild. And people will get lost in them, from what you've read. People will get lost in the forests and woods in the middle of this city and not be found for weeks.
Cool.
So anyhow, you kind of join the line of the trade guild office, and eventually it's not too long before you get inside, and you can see that there's a older human with tan skin and a black widow's peak. You can see there's a little nameplate that says Karatun. And he looks up at you. He's got like spectacles on the end of his nose. He looks up at you and goes, yes, how can I help you?
I'm curious about joining a caravan to head to the Lolithir. I need some more information about that.
Well, all right. There's actually one setting out to the Undercity tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Costs 2 gold pieces.
All right.
which includes food, drink, and a seat in a carriage. May I inquire what your business is?
Research.
Research. I don't mean to hound you, but these guild caravans, because they're so well guarded and well looked after, in order to pay your way, you do have to give a little bit of business that you're going into. So we don't inadvertently have a bandit in the middle of the caravan.
Okay, so I'm doing research on behalf of Sunwalker Enterprises, and I pull out my Sunwalker Enterprises badge.
You see,
That's it.
his eyes kind of go wide, like kind of enlarging by his spectacles a little bit as he sees the Sunwalker Enterprise badge, and he goes, "Oh, well, welcome to the city. Welcome.
Thank
do
you.
you know him?
Yes.
You know? Wow. Make a deception check.
I've met him. Right. 15.
15. Okay. He says, "Oh, wow. Oh, well, all right. There was no word sent forward about a enterprise representative. Anyhow, you will certainly not need to pay passage on the deep road. Any employee of the Sunwalker Enterprise is a friend to Halasar.
Oh, okay, great.
So, well, all right. For the Sunwalker Enterprise, wow. And he goes ahead and what's the name on this?
This is Aribhin Foundling.
Oh, well, all right. And he kind of scribbles it out. He kind of keeps glancing to the badge. And this is an older man. He is geeking out over speaking to a representative of the Enterprise.
I'm I'm kind of leaning on the counter. I'm feeling good.
Oh, may I ask? I'm just curious. What is the research for?
That I can't share, if that's all right.
Oh, all right. And he goes ahead and drafts it up. He essentially just makes a ticket for you, and he stamps it with a key, a wax symbol of a key.
Oh, okay, great.
And passes it to you and goes, "Well, just take this to, it departs from the city stables."
And which is where?
On the far north side of the city.
Okay, great.
Just next to the road.
Okay, great.
So tomorrow should set out a few hours after dawn. It's not super tight of a schedule necessarily, but just try to be there as early as you can.
All right, yeah, I can do. Is there any taverns you recommend near there?
Up near there. Well, to be honest, it's not a great name, but there's one that's just called the Horse View Tavern.
Horse View?
Yeah. Yes. People go there and they like to look at the horses.
Oh, okay, great. Very straightforward. Horse View.
No, horse.
Horse View. Ah, I see. Okay. Okay, great. Thanks. All right. Bye.
Oh, well, good day. Good day.
All right, great. Cool. So how far is it is the far north part of the city, you said?
Yeah, so basically the city, I'll say you read a little bit about it. The city is fairly circular in structure. And you're entering the far east side. So really you could, if you want to, just walk around the edge of the city until you reach the stables. Or you could wander in. You could also hire a runner or a carriage or something to take you through the city.
Nah, I gotta keep up the cardio. Yeah, no, I want to go through kind of a cooler city aspect. I don't want to just go on the outskirts. I want to go through the city.
You walk in several blocks and you can see that there are trees, but it's like you have your trees, but they're in a very kind of contained pile of soil, or like this block of soil, or just kind of fenced in with a little ankle high fence. It's greenery like that. There's not any sort of wild greenery or forestry in the city, and you see all kinds of offices and buildings. You come across a theater, for example. You come across a big bookstore, and then suddenly you round the corner, and in front of you is a massive stretch of greenery with no paths, no road, and you are essentially at the edge of this green space that seems to eventually house the Star Spire at its center.
Oh, okay.
The Star Spire seems to be the only point of civilization or like kind of man's touch within this vast green space in front of you, and it towers over it. Make a perception check for me if you don't mind.
12.
12.
Yeah.
You look up. There seems to be some sort of space at the top that it doesn't like end in like a tip or anything like that. There seems to be some sort of space at the top that you can't quite get a good grasp on what it is. Some sort of opening possibly or platform, but it's very high.
Yeah. And that's where the royal family lives?
That is where King Halas rules from.
Okay.
And from what you've read, conjures some sort of primal magic from.
Huh. Cool. Let me think for a second. Can I just like stop some passerby?
Sure. You see like a kind of small, like 3-foot halfling woman, a little bit older. She herself has a rickshaw, but she's not pulling clients on it. She's pulling her 2 little children on the back of it.
Cute. I'm just like looking at Starspire. I'm like, so what's he been up to lately?
The king?
Yeah.
Oh, same old, just every day or so, just conjuring some storm or something.
Huh. All right. Now, can you refresh my memory? When abouts did this whole melding of city and forest happen?
I believe it wasn't too long before Sunwalker first came down here, actually, and posed to the king the question of if he'd like the crosslink to come down here.
And Alec, could you refresh my memory on how long the crosslink has been around?
The crosslink has been around for a little under 100 years.
Okay.
About 80-ish years.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
She's like, so yeah, kind of before all that, I know some gnomes and elves that are purists that have lived here their whole lives and aren't too happy about what the city looks like these days. But I mean, to be honest with you, talk to any gnome around here and they'll give you a whole rant on how this place doesn't look anything like it did when they were young. I mean, when they were young, there weren't even really trees here other than what existed in the desert.
Yeah.
Which, aren't that many. It was mostly just kind of you're not from here. You don't look like you're from here.
No, I'm not.
I mean, you saw the desert on the way in. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what the city used to look like. And slowly but surely, I mean, this lots happened in the last 100 years or so.
Right.
And you see that this whole time, the 2 kids have just been like staring at you from the top of the rickshaw. They seem like, because you're rather pale. And it seems like maybe the way that they were looking at you, the sunlight caught the kind of markings on your face, and they're just kind of staring at you, just like, kind of like slack jawed. Like,
I'm gonna cast figment of some do like a dragon.
Okay.
Like a tiny little dragon and make it.
Whoa.
Okay, and then I leave.
Okay.
Wow.
There's a dragon, Mom. And she's like, sweetie, okay. And she keeps taking them on through the city.
Okay, cool, great. So, I'm gonna pop in that bookstore. I'm gonna get a few books because I've finished all the books I brought with me. Mm-hmm. Probably just get some books. Oh, yeah, see if they have some on Lolithir, Starspire, relations between the two, and then also maybe a couple more for light reading.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, like one little like adventuring, like someone's journals on adventuring. And then maybe we'll get something a little saucy too.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, cool.
All right, mark off like 1.5 gold pieces.
Okay. It's fine because I don't have to pay for my passage.
So, you head up to the Horseview Tavern.
Horseview Tavern, yes.
It's not too. It's literally right next to the stables.
Okay.
Where you can see the horses.
Oh, wow.
You see that there are definitely a few people here at the Horseshoe Tavern that are all crowded around the windows. It's like, wow. Like people are coming here for the view
Of the horses.
Yeah, you see like there's like two old men. One's an Ayuvar and a half elf. And the other's just a human. And they seem to just be kind of like talking about the breeds of the horses that are in the stables. Be like, I think that one's a Palomino. That sort of thing.
Can I, as I pass by, like, can I see if I know what those horses are? What
Yes,
type
make
they
a
are?
nature check.
Yeah, that's good. 25.
25. Yeah. It's
I pass by. Actually, that's a piebald. And I go by. And I'm gonna go find like a more fun tavern now. Like I want like something rowdier, like younger people.
okay. You find that.
Okay, great.
The night passes. You wake up the next morning. And
Can I have tried to like, shared a room with someone?
yeah, sure.
Okay,
Make
great.
a diplomacy check.
Okay, great. Oh, damn it. 5, 6.
Total?
Oh, wait, no. 15.
15.
I was getting it mixed up with deception.
I'll say you get something going for a while with somebody and flirt with them quite a bit. And it's feeling good.
Okay.
And then you go to the restroom and come back and you can't find them anymore.
Fuck. Shit.
So unfortunately you have a room to yourself tonight.
All right.
The next morning you
I
wake
have
up.
to pay for my own room.
All right. Mark off like 3 silver.
Okay.
The next morning, you head off to the city stables. You can see that there is an assortment of people gathering around wagons and carriages and things like that. You see maybe around 20 or so soldiers and city guards, essentially, that seem to be like the ones that are in charge of taking care of this caravan. You see around some of their necks, you do see kind of the key of Abadar. Others display symbols of other various gods like Gorum or Iomade. But you see there are wagons filled with produce farmed from around Starspire and the kind of lands that have been kind of terraformed into farmland and cropland. You see barrels of ale and wine. You see carriages hosting a few wealthy looking merchants at the very least, that are headed to the Undercity to conduct business of some kind. You see a couple what seem like tourists from the Undercity that have come to Starspire and are returning there.
What do they look like?
Well, I would say you see a few goblins that you don't want to, make a snap judgment here, but could very well be from the Undercity. Make a quick perception check.
God damn it. Another one.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Change your dice.
Okay. It's my tiny little rainbow dice.
Oh, man.
Sad. All right. It's a 9 total.
Yeah, you see a few goblins, and yeah.
Okay.
I'll say even with a 9, you can tell that like you don't see anything super detailed, but you can see which captain or which guard looks probably to be the captain of the crew, a bit more stern and kind of off on her own than the other ones, seeming kind of like to just kind of like watch over the whole thing rather than like engage in some of the rowdiness that the others are taking place in, and some of the other ones are playing cards and that kind of thing. She's an Ayuvaran, a half elf. She's got like a sword and shield, tan skin, kind of long hair back, and actually kind of two braids down her back. Yeah.
Cool. So is okay. Okay, so is this just there's like is this like a building, or are they just like gathering in a field or something?
They're like gathering outside the stables near the road that leads north.
Okay.
But it seems like as people are arriving to join the caravan, they are approaching this captain.
Captain. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll approach him too.
So she kind of looks over at you as you approach, and she kind of like holds out her hand and goes, "Ticket, please."
Did he give me a ticket?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the one stamped
Oh,
with the key.
right, cool. And I hand it over.
She's like, "All right."
Oh, wait, I have a question. How long does it take to go with the caravan as compared to the deep road?
The caravans actually goes on the deep road.
Oh, I see. Okay, never
So
mind.
one and the same, pretty much.
Okay, great.
So, Aribhin Foundling, that's you? Mm-hmm. Well, pleasure to meet you. I'm Guild Captain Lolithir. I think you're going to be on, hey, John. And you see there's a carriage driver that kind of turns and looks at her and goes, "Yeah, Captain." And she goes, "You got an Aribhin Foundling on that one?" And he goes, "Sure thing." She's like, "So you're going to be with him?"
Okay, great.
You got a seat on that carriage. There's going to be a couple other people in there with you. Hope that's all right.
Sure, yeah. And how long does it typically take?
Just a couple days.
Okay, great. And then I'll find out as I go.
Well, be seeing you. Mm-hmm. It's not too long after this that the guild caravan sets out. You notice there's only a couple other carriages. One seems to be, or two rather, seem to be kind of wealthier merchants. One, though, is a more normal looking carriage like the one you're in. But you only see one figure get in it. About 3 feet tall and kind of wrapped up in a cloak. You can't really get much detail. And then kind of climb up there, and then the door closes and the guild caravan sets out.
They're definitely from Lolithir. It's like totally like a dark gnome or something. Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Umbral gnomes.
gnome,
Right.
yeah.
Great.
So,
Okay.
the guild caravan sets out. As you set out, this broad detail. There's mountains that kind of loom off in the distance to the left of the deep road. You can see out the windows. I mean, you can pull down, essentially kind of like unravel this thing and cover up the window if you want to nap or whatever. But there's a window that you can look out and you can see mountains. At some point, you hear the captain or some of the guards call out that they're entering the damned woods. This part of the trip takes about a day and a half. So partway through, you do stop and make camp in the woods. Now, when the caravan halts for the rest, the captain calls out for everyone to stick together as close as possible. And a kind of tight camp is made where the wagons are all kind of like pulled over to the side, kind of making this, it's like kind of this weird kind of cluster of wagons and carriages and stuff. Some of them are like right next to each other, so close that the wood is not like the wheels are almost going to like rub up against each other. And the camp itself is made around like 2 or 3 big campfires. Mm-hmm. The soldiers then create like a watch perimeter around the caravan, just like as you're traveling through. So if you don't mind, we'll go ahead and progress to the next day. So you sleep on a bedroll do you have your own bedroll? Either way, one is provided to you. About half a day passes, maybe around 1 in the afternoon or so. You set out or you leave from the damned woods, entering out into kind of just like a stretch of slight greenery and a little bit like dusty green, like plains almost. Just like a little bit of a blend of plains and desert here. And it's not too much farther to the Undercity.
Okay.
With the woods left behind you, the mountains are more visible to the west. And you kind of follow along these mountains until you reach a town just outside of, you can see it from here, is a wide kind of cavern leading down into the mountains actually. And you see that the deep road continues into that big kind of cave mouth. Then you enter into the cave road, kind of the light leaving behind you, and it gets dark and kind of a little bit moist, a little bit cold, a little bit damp. And you're on this cave road for only about an hour and a half, and it's leading gradually deeper into the earth. Mm-hmm. So it's going ever so slightly down the whole time. Mm-hmm. And eventually, as the tunnel opens up, you can see Lolithir, the Undercity, stretching out before you. Immediately ahead of you is a brief, flat stretch of rock, maybe 50 to 60 yards deep, which is scattered with a few administrative buildings. But after those 50, 60 yards, it's a drop-off. If you were to stand at the edge of this stretch, you'd be able to look out over most of the city. But to the right of this little kind of 50-yard deep stretch or so, there's a naturally occurring ramp in the rock that leads to a high, narrow neighborhood of some kind. And you can see kind of houses and buildings up there that look out over the city below. To the left of you, there's a long gradual ramp that leads down into the main section of the city. So essentially what you're at is some sort of like brief flat entry area with some like trade posts and such. Now you can see off in the distance below on the far side of the city, you can see a great palace walled off and tall with multiple towers kind of sticking up throughout it. It's constructed of dark stone and you can see firelight glowing behind stained glass windows. Not far from the palace, you can see that the city itself comes to a sudden end. Not at a wall, not at a cave wall, but suddenly the city just spills into a vast chasm of darkness that borders roughly half the city's perimeter. So almost the entire left side of the city and a little bit of the far side just simply falls off. Spanning that darkness, you do see a few long, drooping wooden bridges, but where they're leading kind of disappears off into the darkness a little bit. It seems to be maybe leading to other parts of cave wall on the opposite side, but it's a little bit hard to tell from here. So as you enter, part of the caravan splits off to check in with the trade post here, and like figure out where these wagons need to go and everything. But it seems like the caravan guards are mostly kind of be like they're kind of just, my job's done, kind of wander off. There is like a little bit of a bar here. It seems to be kind of small. So some people are enjoying drinks on the outside of the actual tavern here. But as you're kind of deciding where you should go, what you should do, you hear bells begin to toll off towards the chasm. A city guard nearby remarks, "Huh? Because dusk isn't for hours." Another replies, "I don't think it's those bells. Look, I think it's Hringar." And you look off, follow where he's pointing, and you can see that emerging out of the chasm somehow, not like floating, but seeming to be coming from some sort of path that leads down the sheer side or something, exiting out of the chasm are what look like, make a perception check.
Here we go again. All right, yay, 20 total.
What look like great, immense beetles with straps and harnesses that are pulling a caravan of wagons out of some sort of sheer steep road, like that's kind of like going down into the darkness. Essentially, there's like a kind of what seems to be some sort of rock path that leads down into the dark, and these great beetles are pulling wagons out of it. From the guards' tone, this does not happen super frequently. And following the beetles are small figures, like from this distance, like tiny, like they look like ants. So you can't get great visual detail on them, but they appear to have some sort of gray skin. Many of them are armored. Make a quick society check if you don't mind.
I'm also like sketching this out very roughly as this is happening. Society 21.
21. Hringar. Hringar are another race of Darklands folk. Like umbral gnomes, like drow, there are essentially Darklands, to put it bluntly, versions of certain regular races. Hringar are dark dwarves. Now, umbral gnomes don't have a very bad reputation. They're a little weird, a little erratic, just a little bit kind of like just odd. Hringar have a little bit darker of a reputation. They're sketchier, to put it bluntly. They sometimes they try to trade, and places like Lolithir will trade with Rengar, but there's always this kind of skepticism of, are they just coming here to trade with us to kind of scout our city out for possible nefarious purposes? However, there is a Rengar caravan here, and bells are tolling to mark their arrival.
Okay, wow. Cool. So what's the rest of the caravan doing now?
You see some people, mostly guards, and you do see some onlookers just kind of crowding over to kind of see what it is they're hauling up. However, as you're looking around, your mind is on the Late Light Inn.
Right, yes.
And as you look around the city, one, it's pretty large, but the only lead you have to go on in terms of these drow that caused mayhem and murder in the city of Crossroad is a receipt. In Sackvroth, the language of the Darklands, right?
Yes.
For the Late Light Inn.
So, what are some of the more like local seeming people doing that I rode with on the caravan? Like, are they just about to go into the city or something?
Yeah, make a perception check.
20 total.
20 total. Great. You see those cluster of goblins have already kind of like started off down the road to your left, leading down into the flat section of the city. You do see with a 20, you see the small cloaked figure get out of its carriage. Again, 3 feet tall. And you get a better look at this point. You see it pulls its hood back, seemingly more comfortable now that it has returned to the Undercity. You see a kobold, kind of dark scales, some like little nubby horns that stick out.
Baby.
Kobold being just a small little like dragon person, essentially. And yeah, dark scales, kind of sleek looking. As it kind of gets out and just takes a look around, and also starts to set off down the road.
Can I kind of like catch this person before they go? I'll try to. What
did you call out?
Yeah. Like ideally, I can just be kind of near.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll just like say excuse me in common first.
Huh? Yeah.
Does it seem like he recognizes it or?
Like
in common, like
yeah, in common.
Okay.
Yeah. He turns and he's like, hello.
Hi. Are you local?
Yes.
I am looking for a specific tavern, and I was wondering if you might be able to help with that, or point me somewhere that could help.
Oh, okay. Do you know what it's called?
It's called the Late Light.
Let me see. He's like, actually, yes, the Late Light Inn, right?
Yes.
He says, yeah, I believe that's over on the northwest side of town. Okay. And I believe it's just in the midst of a bunch of warehouses, that sort of thing. I don't think it's... are you a visitor here?
Yes.
I don't think you'll get much fun out of the Late Light Inn, if I recall correctly.
Just because it's surrounded by warehouses, or?
Yeah, I think most of its clientele are just people that are taking a break from work or have just gotten off loading and unloading, that sort of thing.
I see. Okay. Well, what about some taverns that where should someone like me go to a tavern?
I would probably just head down to the city square on Marble Way.
All right.
It's just you see the Undercastle, and he points off to the castle. He goes, see that road? And there is a broad road kind of leading out through most of the city from the kind of gates of the castle. He goes, that's the Marble Way. Okay.
And if I'm going to be staying here for a while, what do I need to be aware of?
In what sense? Just in terms of danger and that sort of thing?
Sure, danger, culture. Are there any hand symbols I should not make because they would maybe offend someone? What kind of wildlife is roaming through the streets? Do you guys have birds here? Are there any like glowing flora or fauna? And if I wanted to look at flora and fauna, where would they be? Where are some good restaurants? What kind of things do people do for fun? What do people like do for work here? What do they do kind of like in the mornings? And then what do they do like midday usually? And then what do they do like at night usually? And I'm also just going to keep going until
this tiny kobold just like is looking up at you because you're over double his height.
Yeah.
And he's looking up at you and just kind of like slightly snoutish mouth kind of just goes like slack jaw, just kind of like stares up at you just...
Also, what's your name?
I knew you'd ask that. It's not like the farm animal, but my name's Pig.
That's a great name.
My line of fathers are all named it, but I swear to you, it's not like the farm animal. I hate it when abovers ask me this.
Okay, I meant no offense.
No, none taken.
Well, what do you like to do for fun, Pig?
I like to spend time at home because my work. I'm a scout. I work. I'm basically a delver.
Oh, like...
Can we say you're like walking down the road?
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. What kind of things do you delve for?
Delvers are. It's an occupation around here. Delvers work for the various mining businesses and that sort of thing around here, and the delvers actually head down into the dark and mine things and find what we can and find mushrooms and gems and alchemical materials. Most of what Lolithir exports are, things you can't find above ground, like alchemical materials and poisons and those poisonous materials, those sort of things. But the poisons are mostly regulated.
Right.
He's just like, so he just starts talking about the city.
Okay,
He's
cool.
like, so this over here, and he points to the main section of the city. Like, this is the flat. The neighborhood is called the flat. It's most of the city, really. Oh, up there, that road the path led up over there, and there's that neighborhood that overlooks the city. That's just called the Overlook.
Okay.
And across those bridges are some more neighborhoods as well. They're smaller. They're not as big as the flat over here. One is called the Pan. It's a little bit lower than the flat. There's a bridge that leads over there. It's called the Pan because it looks kind of like a pan. And then there's also the Hole, which is a neighborhood that you can only access by going across a bridge and traveling through this hole in the cavern wall.
Oh, wow. Have you ever gone there?
The Hole, yes. I've got friends that live there.
Oh, wow. Would you recommend that for a newcomer?
If it were a newcomer, I'd probably stay in the flat.
All right.
Crossing the dark is quite intimidating, I must say, especially if you're new here.
Why?
Well, because you're walking across a bridge for about 10 minutes and nothing's below you but darkness. And sometimes you hear weird things down there.
Huh.
Shrieks and weird scurrying, that sort of thing.
Well, does anything ever come up?
Oh, sometimes, yes.
Sometimes. What kind of things?
Oh, just spiders.
Oh.
There's all kinds of disgusting creatures. The Delvers, so I'm a scout for the Delvers. I try to look out for those things and warn my team to make sure that they don't die.
Right. And I've been writing all this down also. Okay, you mentioned poisonous substances. I've actually encountered some of that where I'm from, and...
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know much about poisons themselves. I mostly am in charge of... My team collects the materials needed to make the poisons.
Right. You said it's regulated. How regulated?
Well, there are businesses around here that collect these things. They farm the materials and send out delvers to fetch them back and everything. And the underlord, our ruler here, has essentially guards make sure to catalog our intake so that nothing goes missing, and if something does go missing, we can have some sort of record of it. So not just anyone can sell poisonous materials, and usually poisonous things are sold to governments, though sometimes companies here might fudge the numbers a little bit, but don't tell the overseer.
Right. All right. Now, if I were to ask you, so basically the situation is there's someone that has been killed, and they found Sweethold in his blood or whatever. Now, if I was curious as to how that might have happened, who might I ask about that?
I don't know.
All right. Okay.
I mean, anyone could have a poison. Technically, I don't know.
Okay.
If you're trying to start an investigation into missing poisonous materials and such, possibly I would just go straight to the Underlord and her guards and start an investigation into missing material. I mean, do you know that the material went missing from here? And
No. I know that you can get it here, so.
I'm afraid I can't help you here, sir.
Okay, one more question, unless you are okay with me asking you many more.
I really would like. I've been waiting to get home for several days. I'd like to go see my wife.
All right. Well, thank you. But one more question. Why would someone fudge the numbers? In what situation would the numbers be fudged?
Well, the numbers have been fudged less lately since the overseer was appointed.
Less fudging lately.
From what I understand, at least. Do you know much about the overseer's appointment and all that?
Well, you could refresh me.
Well, I love my city, but to some people, especially abovers like you, no offense, our city has a reputation of being a bit loose with the law, and honestly, they are right. Our city historically has been pretty loose with the law, and so numbers have often been fudged for profit. So King Halas, as trade has been, well, you know, with the crosslink now at Starspire, he's trying to get all the trade ironed out and make sure everything's all tidy and orderly. So he appointed an overseer named Cam Noramcad here in the city. The overseer, he's not very popular around here. He's put a day-night schedule into place using the outside world as reference. Bells have been placed around the city, some at guard barracks, others at temples of Abadar, of course, which ring very loudly twice a day, once at dawn, the other at dusk, meaning above ground. Mm-hmm. Now, on top of this, he's forced all of our merchants and companies that trade goods using the kingdom's guarded trade routes to adhere to the new schedule, as well as letting the overseer have his men come in and inspect the books separate from the Underlord's people. So there's been less fudging lately because the overseer is not respecting our ways.
Well, thank you, Pig, for all of this information, and I hope you have a great night with your wife. What were you doing on the surface?
Sometimes I just need to get away, you know?
Yeah, I understand. All right, well, goodbye.
Afternoon. And he leaves.
Cool.
So you want to set off for the kind of northwest side. It's a little hard to follow cardinal directions when you are completely underground and there's no sun or anything like that.
Can you use a compass?
Do you have a compass?
I do have a compass.
Then yes, you may. So yeah, you easily make your way to the northwest side of the city. And indeed, there are many warehouses here. You see a few company names, like kind of just like with signs or basically you can tell which some of the warehouses belong to some of the companies. You see the Deep Cutters is one company. You see Radow Laboratories is another. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another one for you right now. But no, you see those two as you head in. But eventually you find your way to the Late Light Inn. It's mostly empty. You see, It's located on a slight rise, like lots of warehouses, and there's like a little bit of a hill, like a little bit of like a rise in the rocky floor here. And you see that there are patches of businesses and residential buildings around here as well, but not many. The inn itself is 2 stories, takes up about half a city block, and it's constructed of like dark stone with some wooden shutters on the windows. You can see some light spilling out from inside. And as you head in, there's a bell that rings as you go in through the front door. There are a couple people here drinking at tables. These folk have just gotten off work or taking a break or something. They some of them still look kind of sweaty, but they don't look that strange to you. There's a goblin. There's a dwarf, and just a regular dwarf, and you also see just a regular halfling.
What's the bartender look like?
Yeah. So as you enter, you turn and see standing behind the bar, eyeing you warily, is an umbral gnome. Now, this is a gnome that is essentially gray-skinned, just looks just kind of not shadowy like looking, but kind of just dark and gray, and has a little bit of kind of patchy dark hair on top. It's kind of looks a little bit like it's turning white, a little bit older, middle-aged gnome, and he's eyeing you a little bit, kind of warily, eyes narrow a little bit as you come in. And you see as he comes in, he kind of grumbles to himself and then steps down from the bar and disappears in the doors, like double doors behind the bar. And then you hear him, you hear some muttering coming from behind the door. As a moment later, emerging out from those swinging double doors is another gnome. This one is not an umbral gnome. This is a regular gnome, female. You see that she's got blue tinted hair and kind of vibrant orange eyes, really kind of odd looking. And she says, "Oh, well, welcome in to the late light. Can I get you something?"
Thank you. Yeah, I'll have your house.
Sure. And she goes and gets you a house ale. You see that there's like a platform behind the bar that she like steps up onto to like serve things, and kind of like leans forward and she goes, "Well, I must say, you do not look like you're from around here. What brings you to the late light?"
I'm here on business.
Oh, very nice. What kind of business?
Is this suspicious?
Do a sense motive, please.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, I should have rolled anyway, but we'll keep it.
It was a 1.
It's a 1. No, it does not seem suspicious.
What am I doing here? I'm here on research.
Oh, very nice. Well, welcome in. Will you be staying here? Is there anything I can do? Can I get you a meal?
Sure, yeah, a meal. Yeah, I'd like to stay here as well. Thank you.
She goes, "Hirok, bring some food, please."
Was any of that muttering they were doing, was that in Sackfroth?
Let's see here. No, we'll say no. I think it's in common.
Okay, good to know.
It wasn't prolonged muttering. It was just like one little line.
Cool, good to know.
She gives you a look, and she can tell that you're being a little odd, a little wary of everything. She goes, "Did Hirok, was he rude?"
No, I could just tell that maybe I'm not your common clientele.
I love the man, but if someone doesn't look like they're from around here, he doesn't quite like them.
I kind of like turn and like look at some of their other clients that also don't look like they're from around here.
She goes, "Well, they're usuals. They're regulars. We know them."
I am curious, since we're talking about what they're regulars. What are they doing?
They work in the warehouses around here.
Warehouses?
Yeah.
What are these warehouses?
They store things. You know what warehouses are, right?
Right. Laboratories. Deep cutters. What kind of things do they store? And this is not my research, by the way. This is just curiosity.
Just ore, really anything that they're waiting to ship out.
Huh. All right. And while we're speaking about appearances, you also look interesting.
Oh, well, thank you.
What's up with that?
Let me pull up my book here. She goes, my husband, he's an umbral gnome. I'm a chameleon gnome.
Chameleon gnome. Huh. Can I?
Yeah, these are gnomes that are kind of touched by the first world a bit. They are known. Make a quick society check if you don't mind.
Okay.
Actually, do nature check.
13.
13. They are like some gnomes just have odd appearances, and some are more closely tied to the first world than others.
Huh. Very interesting.
She goes, so I'm curious. I don't want to question you here or try to interrogate you. I mean, I know you just arrived here, but what research brings you to the late light? I mean, usually we don't get any clientele really other than works around here.
Well, I'm not really supposed to talk about it, but personal research as well. I mean, I always like going and learning about new places, like what kind of people live down here, what's the day-to-day like, what's the kind of, I've given the spiel to someone else, but basically what it's like down here.
Well, welcome in.
So what's it like down here?
It depends on who you are. I mean, for some people, life down here is very exciting. The Delvers in particular have very exciting lives, and often short ones, due to the dangerous nature of what they do, from what I hear. And Hirok always talks about like he'd like to be a Delver, and I'm like, Hirok, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. And you're not allowed to either, because you'd be dead within a week. But it's gotten more interesting with time. I mean, as trades increased with the rest of the kingdom, I mean, more and more people come in here. More people like you. I mean, what even are you? You are a strange looking elf. You say I'm strange looking. Look at you.
Well, I'm a Nephilim.
Touch of an angel then.
Well, more specifically of a god.
Oh, wow. Hurrah! And he's like, and he comes out here and he brings you a plate of food. It's like very mushroom heavy. Very mushroom heavy. You see some kind of strange bits on here that you're not familiar with, some sort of meat that you don't know what it is. But it doesn't look like disgusting. It just looks weird.
Okay.
And she goes, Nephilim. From a god, he said. And Hirok's like, oh, of course he does. He's an abover. He's a god touched. Oh, he's an abover, eh? And she's like, oh, Hirok.
Well, so yeah, tell me more about like the demographics and such. Also, can I kind of try to figure out what kind of meat this is?
Yeah, make a nature check.
17.
This looks like some sort of lizard.
All right.
Found down here in the Darklands.
Okay. I've been reading about, Cabriri and cannibalism and stuff, so I'm a little freaked out.
Yeah, no. It's not some sort of humanoid meat.
All right. That was rude of me to speculate on that.
How dare
Whatever.
you?
Anyways, what did I... Oh, yeah, the demographics.
Well, goblin, hobgoblin, get an occasional drow, but I mean, our underlord is part drow, and Ivarin, kind of a half drow, you might say. But not often do we get drow around here. Drow, they're odd. It's just like Hrengar, which, when you see one, you're like, I don't want to be mean to you, but what I've heard makes me nervous.
Right.
But yeah, lots of goblins, hobgoblins. There's quite a few people like Hirok here, and he's like, "What's that supposed to mean?" She's like, "You know what I mean, a umbral gnome, that sort of thing." But I mean, more and more. I mean, look at Rudy over there. Look at Rudy, Harold, and she points to the dwarf and the halfling, and they look up and they're like, "Hey." I mean, they're those type of people are becoming more and more normal around here.
I mean, I guess me being from the surface, kind of assume that there's a lot of drow down here.
No, not really. Not really. I would say only every, few weeks do we get a drow in here. And even then, maybe even once a month sometimes.
Right. So, very interesting. I'm very curious about this Overlord too.
Underlord.
Underlord. Silly me. Oh, could you tell me? He's Ayuvaran part drow. Can I hear more story to that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. She's been ruling for a while, but I want to say possibly she had a parent who was full elf, half drow, half not, and then that half drow, half not elf met a human or something. I don't know much of the Underlord's personal history, to be honest with you.
Okay. Right. How do people generally feel about things on the surface? Like,
Doesn't much matter to us, to be honest.
oh, okay. Good to know. All right. Well, thank you. I'm going to enjoy my ale for now.
All right, so you go over, like, grab a table, set your stuff down.
Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of like loosely, lightly read, kind of journal out some thoughts and questions, findings, whatever. And then I'm just gonna kind of like watch as they get off work and.
Yeah, people filter in and out. It's never very busy in here. It's only ever like a handful of people in here that leave, and then another handful come in, and then another handful come in, and then the first handful. You know what I'm saying? It's just very mild crowd filtering in and out.
Okay. I'm assuming no drow.
No.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking for a second.
No, you're fine.
Oh, do I continue getting weird looks from anyone?
No. Mostly, I mean, only in the sense that you're an abover.
Okay.
That's come down here and you're a little strange looking.
Yeah.
That's the extent of it.
Okay, cool.
Mostly people are just leaving you alone.
Okay. All right. At a certain point, I will get like a room.
Okay.
As I'm getting a room, I'm going to ask her some more questions.
Okay.
So, to be honest with you, I'm here on business for Sunwalker Industries. Enterprise. Sorry about that.
Oh, wow. I've heard about that.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's pretty prolific. So, but I'm curious as to what general sentiments are on that down here.
Sunwalker Enterprise.
Yes.
To be honest with you, I haven't heard much about it other than just that it's the crossway?
Crosslink.
Crosslink. I've heard about that. But I wouldn't say that there's much of a sentiment around here at all about Sunwalker Enterprise other than just liking and disliking how it has affected the city in terms of more and more trade. But there's some people love it, some people don't, but I wouldn't say there's any strong feelings either way about the Enterprise.
Okay. What sort of people like don't enjoy there being more trade here now?
Oh, just, you know how it is. It's just people that don't love people like Rudy and Harold living here these days. They miss the days when it was just, the type that thrive here underground, and this is their home and all that. But I'm not even from here, so anyhow, it's just a change of the times.
Right, I see.
But there's not any hatred towards it as far as I know. I mean, I barely ever hear about it.
Right. And I'm also curious, have you had any odd figures come through, say with like sharpened teeth or anything?
Odd figure. Sharpened teeth. You see, like, Harak is nearby, sweeping. And she's like, Harak, go. I think I left something out back. Go check it for me, please. And Harak is like, what am I looking for? She's like, just go.
Oh, God.
And you see him go, and there's no one in the bar at this point. You can kind of feel like just like the dead silence settling in on the bar as she kind of leans forward. She's like, It's interesting you ask, actually. Sharp teeth, no. But as a matter of fact, weeks ago, a strange person did come. So, a woman, human, maybe Ayuvaran. I couldn't quite tell. She had brown hair, dark eyes, a bit nondescript, really. Though her voice did have a kind of foreign accent to it that I couldn't place. Weirdly enough, she asked if the whole inn could be rented out, which was weird because, I mean, barely any. You're the first person to buy a room here in a week, and no one ever stays here. There's only like 4 rooms. So when she asked for the whole inn, we were surprised, and Hirak was a little hesitant because she did look like an abover. I mean, she didn't look like she was from around here, but when he saw the sack of coins she put on the bar, he was won over. She said she was with a group visiting the city. They wanted meals, but otherwise they just wanted us out, wanted to be undisturbed. They were here for a bit under a week. So we just went and stayed with family in town while they were here at the late light. We return a few times a day, cook, ring the bell, the food is ready, and then leave. But we never saw the rest of the group, really. We only just heard them a little bit when we were cooking. But anyway, that's the only strange thing that's happened around here, other than there was a fight a few days ago. That was interesting. Yeah, that was wild. It was a goblin versus a hobgoblin, so it was like a little bit of like a small version fighting a big version of the same person.
Wow.
It was, anyway. Some of the overseer's men got called in on that one, and Hirak was not happy about that.
Right. Huh. So, did they leave anything behind, or?
No, honestly, like, it wasn't that remarkable. The stay here didn't require much from us. Mostly when we came in to cook, it was just dead silent. We didn't hear anything. But one night we returned to cook, and there was a bunch of voices out there. It was the only time we really heard anyone. There was a bunch of clinking of glasses and pouring of liquor. And that night, a lot of our liquor was consumed, which didn't seem to be touched most of the other nights, which is strange. But hey, they paid well enough to drink however much they liked. Something odd, though. Of all the voices, there was one that did not have the accent. There was some sort of odd accent with the rest of them. And there was, I don't know how many voices it was, but there was one that sounded more local.
All right. Okay, well, say I were to check out the rooms. I mean, I could pay you extra if you allowed me to check out some of the rooms and look around, see if there's anything else they might have left.
Oh, certainly. We've cleaned the rooms and we haven't noticed anything ourselves, but if you'd like to look around, sure. Is something afoot?
Maybe. No.
Well, all right. Well, if you have any more questions, just let me know. Just let me know.
All right.
I'd like to help, but you're not working with the overseer, are you?
No. And why does that concern you?
Well, the overseer is just a bit overbearing, and sometimes if there's a hint of connection to a crime, even if it's not much there, it can lead to a sort of stigma in the city. And
Right.
this lead to a lot of questions asked, a lot of things rifled through.
No, I am not working with the overseer. If you don't mind, I'm going to go take a look around.
Okay.
Can I look around?
Yeah.
Can I like check out the rooms and check out the walls or anything?
Yeah, make a perception check. Make a...
Please. Yes. Yes. Perception, you said? 26. Yes, 26.
26. You scour it and find nothing.
God damn it.
Whoever was here, either it's been cleaned very well or whoever was here was very thorough. But I will say, as you're looking around, they have not left any physical evidence that you can find with a 26, and you're fairly confident. However, there are other kinds of trails that can be left. It kind of nags you that they brought someone here, or someone else visited them locally. Who? As of now, you do not know. But with that roll, I'll give you a little bit of I'll say this, as in this chameleon gnome woman, the lady of the inn, you don't know what all words were exchanged between her and this woman who arrived.
That is true. I see. Okay. Yippee. I have that realization after you spoon feeding me. And I send up a little prayer to my mysterious God to help me solve some mysteries. Okay. And then I scramble back downstairs and I'm like, wait a minute. What did you guys talk about? Do you remember what words you said to each other?
You come running down the frenzy.
Do you remember anything they were saying to each other?
No, I don't remember anything they were saying to each other. You can see she's stressing herself out. She's well, she didn't say much other than what was necessary to rent out the inn. Hold on. She did ask one other question. It was, I only remember it because it was literally the only other thing she said. She asked if there were any scholars in the city, specifically on, what was it? Society, culture, society in this part of the world, I think she said.
Huh.
Now, at first, I had no idea. I don't know scholars. We just operate an inn out here near the warehouses and all that. But Hirok, and you could hear Hirok rummaging around in some back room. He remembered some drunk that came in last year. Hirok. And you hear dunk, 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 dunk. And then swinging out through the doors, you see Hirok. And you go, eh? And she's like, what was that drunk that came in last year? The scholar, Lemon something? And then he goes, no, not Lemon, Limo Torque. And she goes, that's right. That's what I saw. That's what I told her. Who is that again? I think it was him that answered her. I don't know any scholars. And Hirok kind of gives you a look. He's like, Limo Torque is a hobgoblin scholar. I think he worked from time to time with the Underlord, actually.
Oh. Wow. I see. Thank you. And
you see Hirok kind of turn to, you don't know her name, with this other gnome. And he goes, what the hell is this all about? And she's like, oh, hush.
All right. Thank you. Awesome. Great. I'm going to go out. What time is it?
It's 3-4 in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm going to go somewhere else. Thank you. I'll probably be back.
Okay. Do you leave your stuff here in your room?
No.
Okay. All right. You just grab your stuff and then run out of the inn.
I'll leave my stuff here.
Okay. You leave your stuff
Did
here.
they give me a key?
Yes.
Okay.
And you run out of the inn.
Inn.
All right. What do you do now?
Okay. Well, it's only 3. I was hoping it was nighttime so I could get some party on. Oh, wait, no, I run back in.
Okay.
Where is he?
Where is he? She's like, I don't know. What do you, right now?
Usually.
Oh.
Do you know who I should ask?
She's like, Hirok would know. He has a better memory with these things than I do. And he emerges out of the swinging double doors again behind the bar. He's like, what now?
Where is Limo?
Where does he live?
Yeah, or work.
Make a diplomacy check, please.
I will slap 2 gold on the counter.
2 gold. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, make a diplomacy check with. I'll give you like a +3 circumstance bonus.
Okay. Oh wait, I have good diplomacy now. 21.
21. He looks at the coin and he kind of like grins. He's like, he grins. He kind of nods a little bit and raises an eyebrow. He's like, Limo Torque, I recall, lives in the pan.
The pan. Great. Pig recommended the pan.
Who?
Pig.
And then the female gnome, his wife, is like, oh, that's right. I want to say he said something about living in the slope. That's a neighborhood in the pan.
Oh wow. Great.
And it's just across. You'll have to cross the dark. It's just across one of the bridges.
Okay. Ugh.
And he goes for 2 more of those, and he points at the counter. And goes, I'll tell you where I'll take you to the bridge.
Do I not already know where the bridge
Well, there
is?
are a few bridges.
Fine. I saw 2 more on there.
And then he like immediately throws on his coat, and he's like,
Yeah.
He's like, bye, Vildirix. And he goes,
I'm actually going to go grab my stuff again.
okay. And he goes to the door, and he goes, after you, my lord.
Thank you.
He has turned on a dime. And he is just immediately scurrying across the city, leading you to actually the nearest bridge of any of them.
Oh.
And there are torches that extend out and kind of light its way, or you can see there are torches down spread throughout it, but it's still just pitch black. You're having to cross through neighborhoods and city streets and blocks and such to get there. But you do see that there are wagons crossing this bridge, and even as you step out there, I will say this too, an important note. As you near the bridge, you have to pass through part of the caravan that is somewhat still sticking down onto that road that leads down into the dark. The dark is what they call literally just outside of the city, kind of, and deeper into the Darklands. So you kind of pass several Hringar who kind of give you odd looks and kind of you return the odd look, and they're fairly intimidating, even though they are shorter than you, but they are armored. They have weapons on them. Mm-hmm. These beetles are strange and have a weird kind of earthy scent to them as you walk past them. And you kind of get onto the bridge, and Hirok's like, well, good day, and possibly see you later.
You wouldn't happen to know his street address, would you?
No, but he's like, I don't think the slope's a big neighborhood. I think you'll find it in no time.
All right. Thank you.
Farewell.
Bye. What were their names again?
Hirok and Vildirix.
Hirok and Vildirix is the wife, right?
Yes. You do see wagons are crossing this bridge. There's something very eerie about starting to cross. There is something your body is unwilling. You have to will your body to step forward, because it's literally pitch black underneath you. There are torches, but it lights only just patches of the bridge. There are even parts where if you did not have dark vision, the bridge would be completely engulfed in darkness and shadow, where you wouldn't really be able to see the bridge in front of you. You'd only see that you're walking, because you're walking on the bridge, obviously, but you'd only see patches of light where the torches are spread ahead. You see this bridge is tilted ever so slightly downward because the pan is lower. You can see though from afar as you get closer, you can see this illuminated kind of stretch of opening in the cavern wall, where you can see it kind of like a massive arch, And then under that, there is a section of cavern that is sloped like a kind of pan. Part of it is sloped kind of harsher than the rest. And you imagine that might be where the neighborhood the slope is. So as you go in, wander into the pan, this neighborhood of Lolithir, go ahead and do a quick gather information with diplomacy, if you don't mind, to be pointed in the right direction.
All right, cool. With diplomacy, so 20.
All right, you are in like a mad dash right now, just like riding on the high of putting these clues together and asking the right questions. And pretty quickly, someone goes like, "Limo? You're looking for Limo?" Not the first one. He's over, and he kind of gives you a description of a street that he's on. And,
What do you mean, not the first one?
oh, the Underlord's got her people looking out for him right now.
You mean like generally and lately they have been, or currently right now?
In the last few weeks, they've been looking for him. I think he
Looking for him?
Yeah, he's missed a meeting or something.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You were pointing me to where he is.
Yes, and he finishes telling you like basically roughly like the directions to the street that Limo lives on.
So they're just like mad at him for missing meetings?
Yeah, he's like I don't really know. I mean, all I've heard is the pan's not a huge neighborhood. Word gets around. People have been looking for Limo.
All right. Okay. Thank you. You said over here?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So you head
Thanks.
off in that direction. You round a corner and you follow the directions that he's saying. And he basically says like, round this corner, go down the street. You round a corner that he says, and then the house is supposed to be three or four doors down on your right. Now, this is a fairly nice neighborhood. It's not like ritzy, but it's nice. Multi-storied houses, some like rock yards where some lizards and kind of underdark creatures are kept. Strange pets here. It seems like the only birds that are here are on accident. Or they're like maybe sneak their way in on accident on wagons or something.
House sparrows.
Yeah. And there are some very pretty large bugs down here. You do see two city guards are kind of lounging outside the house.
Oh.
Looking pretty bored, I would say, but like just kind of like chatting with each other. They're kind of like rolling dice on the ground and just kind of like chatting. Do you continue to approach the house?
No, I stop and I think for a second. Does it seem like there might be like a back door to the house?
Probably. You would have to cross a few, like you'd have to kind of like the street that you're on, you'd have to like hop a fence to get to this person's backyard and then keep hopping fences to get into his.
Yeah.
So you're not sure if that's allowed or, I mean, like obviously it's probably not allowed, but you'd have to like kind of sneak over there or just quickly do it and hope people don't get mad at you.
Okay. I'll try just talking to the guards first.
Okay. So you head over to it. It's got like a pretty big front porch. You can see there's like a big like wooden swing out on the front porch. But actually like two houses before you get there. So essentially two, like you get two houses in, there's two to go. You hear hey stranger.
Wait.
And you look off to your right and you see an elderly goblin woman.
Oh.
With kind of blue-gray skin, red eyes. Red eyes are pretty common in goblins. And she's got a cane, but she's sitting on this rocking chair on her front porch. She looks like to have some sort of like weird, strange bug creature on her lap that she's stroking, and it's kind of chittering slightly as she rubs it. She goes, "You don't look like you're from around here. What are you doing over here in the pan?"
Well, I'm curious to talk to the to Limo Torque. Is it Limo or Lemo?
Limo. People say it different ways. I think he might say Limo.
Limo, okay. But yeah, I was going to try to see if I could learn some stuff from him.
Well, if you can find him, good luck. I mean, no one can find him these days.
So he's not in there? Ooh, okay.
I haven't the foggiest where he might be, and it seems like the Underlord doesn't either. I mean, here, do you want to come in for tea?
She seems cool, right? Like, chill.
Do a sense motive, please.
Also, Aribhin had a thought like, oh, fuck, I wonder if he's dead. Like, I wonder if he's dead. Sense motive? That's perception, right?
Yeah.
15.
15. Yeah, I mean, she seems pretty chill. She seems just like an old goblin lady inviting you in for tea, and she's curious about you, and she seems rather excited about. She's not happy that Limo is missing, but just like excited that it's been such a, I don't know, not a media frenzy by any means, but just some excitement in her life.
Yeah, and her how long do goblins live here?
I want to say they only live to be about like 60.
Oh.
50, 60 something.
Oh.
And she's like, Pixandra, pleased to meet you.
Aribhin.
And she goes, but you can call me Pixa.
Great.
So do you like your tea strong?
Yeah.
All right, well, let me put on the kettle.
I've been having a lot of coffee it's actually been a few days since I've been having a lot of coffee, so I'm kind of jonesing.
Coffee, eh?
Yes.
Wow.
So yes, strong would be great, thanks.
So what are you looking for Limo for? What business you got with him?
Well, I've heard he's a scholar, and I'm doing some research down here, so I wanted to talk to him.
Well, good luck. I mean, I was sitting right there on my porch when last he left his house. I think I didn't see him come back. He's with that person.
What do you mean?
Were you the person?
I was not the person.
You know, my eyesight's not that great anymore, and kind of had longish hair like you, dark like that. It wasn't you though. I mean, have you gotten drinks with Limo lately or anything?
No, I haven't.
Well, I mean, he's a drinker. He's a scholar, but man, can he put him away?
I mean, I understand. I can relate.
She passes you a cup of tea, and it is vinegary and harsh. And she takes it. She like smacks it. She's like,
So, what kind of tea is this?
Oh, it's local tea. It's just local stuff. It's got some cave weed, the various types of cave weeds in it.
Cave weeds.
Yeah, it's got. I want to say maybe it's got some sort of extracts from some spider eggs or something.
Oh, okay. Are there like tea leaves in here, or is this like an herbal?
It's mostly things of various shapes.
Can I look at the
blend
you have?
Yeah, you keep it. You inspect the tea. Meanwhile, she keeps going.
Okay. Various shapes.
But yeah, so it wasn't you. So I still haven't the faintest idea who it might have been. I never seen the person around here. Again, not that my eyes see very well these days, but.
So you just said tall, long, dark hair. That's all you could make out?
I mean, looked maybe like an above her.
Yeah.
I don't know if something bad happened to him. I always warned him something bad would happen if he kept drinking off by himself at night. I mean, this is just how it goes around here sometimes. I mean, the Caligny, all kinds of things.
The Caligny?
Make a quick do an occultism check.
Aha. All right. 27.
Calignies are strange humanoids that lurk in subterranean cities most often.
I think you said this earlier.
They are kind of smallish, I believe, and most of them are gaunt. Gaunt, kind of pale flesh, and very like pale eyes as well. Kind of known as like thieves, murderers, worshippers of the occult. That kind of thing. She's like, the Calignies are pretty bad around here. I mean, the overseer's trying to crack down on them and get them out of here, but they're bad people.
Okay. All right. And
I always warned him that a Caligny would get him. I swear to you.
well, was he hanging out with them or?
No, but they just, you know how it is when you're off on your own drinking. You're an easy target. I mean, do you think something's bad has happened to Limo? The Underlord and the guards won't give me any answers. And I've been asking day in, day out. I've been asking so many times a day, and they never tell me an answer. They just say they're still looking for him because he missed a meeting. But he's late for weeks at this point. I mean, I don't know if he's probably just drunk in some alley somewhere, just lying there. He's probably on a bender or something.
Right.
Limo also, he's a traveler. I mean, where are you from?
I'm from, what do they call it? The overland thing called? Surface? I'm from the surface.
Well, obviously, but where?
Crossroad.
Oh, the big city.
The big city, right.
Oh, well, I mean, surely you get an occasional hobgoblin there.
Yes. Actually, the one I saw was in Halloon, but...
Oh, I've never heard of that place.
It's pretty small.
Well, anyway, Limo is known to disappear from time to time and just go on excursions and everything. But anyhow, he'll probably turn up one of these days. But I always said something bad is always...
So, does he have any favorite bars?
All of them, as far as I know.
All of the bars. Okay, great.
I mean, I'm not much of a drinker. And honestly, if he ever told me a bar he liked, I'd just go in one ear and out the other. And she points to her huge, long goblin ears.
So what kind of... so he's... works with the Underlord? What?
He's like an advisor or something. I don't really know. But I promise you, I always warn Limo not to wander around drunk by himself. Or those damn Caligni, or that damn necromancer would get him.
Necromancer? What? Tell me more about the necromancer, Pixa. Sorry.
Pig?
I met someone named Pig earlier today.
All right. She kind of like looks down. And you see, she seems to look down at her gut. She's gained a little bit of weight as she's gotten older, and she looks down and
Pixa, how lowly do you think I am? Now tell me about this.
Limo always said that I was spitting nonsense.
This necromancer, Pixa.
The necromancer. What about you? Don't know about the necromancer?
I am not from here, Pixa.
Of the laboratory of Radow Laboratories, Andre Radow.
Andre Radow.
Yeah, you haven't heard of Andre Radow. You're certainly not from here.
We have established this.
Well, now it is abundantly clear.
Good. Thank you, Pixa, for this beautiful, wonderful tea.
You're like having to force yourself to drink it.
Jotting down the notes and stuff, what it tastes like.
You know what? Now that I think about it, 5 gold.
What?
That it's the necromancer. 5 gold.
Oh, right. Sure, I'll take that bet.
All right. And she puts her little goblin head up to you.
Oh. Now, I'm assuming...
Put it on the table. I'll hold it.
On the table?
I'll hold it in the meantime.
All right.
You do it.
I would like to pull... Are there any coins that are not gold that are the same shape as gold coins? Same size?
You might just have some like little token coins, like wooden token coins that probably was used in some game or something.
Well, Pixa...
You said you put a couple of those down?
No, not yet. So I am do you get out often?
Never.
Where does Andre Radow? Okay,
at the Radow Mansion, obviously.
Mansion. Does it look like she needs money?
No, she more seems bored.
I'll tell you what, Pixa. 5 silver.
You said 5 gold.
I did not say 5 gold.
We shook on it. Did you? You recall? We shook on it.
Did you not? What? Play it back. Wait.
You did. She extended her head.
Did she say 5 gold before or after, though, I shook on it?
I don't recall, but she is saying she did it beforehand.
No, Pixa. No.
After all I've done for you. I made this tea. This tea is expensive stuff.
Why don't I give you...
Of various shapes and sizes.
I have some river drake scales. How about that?
Make a diplomacy check.
All right, 23.
All right, you just succeeded.
Stingy.
5 silver and the river drake scales, then? Yes?
Fine.
All right.
Wait, what are you... Oh, this is just a bet that this person did it. You're not giving me any more information?
I've given you plenty.
No, okay.
Wait, why do you even need... Who are you? Why do you even need this for? I thought we were just chatting.
We
What
are
is
chatting aggressively.
That's the best way to do it.
Agreed. All
Or
right.
just like Aribhin's shouting at this goblin in her house.
In her own house,
Yeah.
immediately shouting at her. All right. I need to try to figure out why I'm here again. Okay. So it could be the necromancer. What about anyone else? Anyone else could it be?
I don't know.
Wait.
Sir, elf, sir. I do not get out. I don't know anyone these days. You're the first person to come to my house in weeks.
Is there anyone else on this street that could have gotten a better look at this person he was with?
Possibly. Possibly. I don't know. I mean, you could check in with some of the other neighbors, but I bet you the Underlord's guards already did that. They asked me, and I told them that the last time I saw them at the house was with that person. And they said, what do they look like? And I said, I don't really know. My eyes aren't the greatest these days. And they said, is that all you can really do for us? And I said, really, yes, frankly.
All right. Now, what's up with these Caligni? Is this a regular thing?
Oh, the Caligni have plagued this city for centuries, as far as I know.
So, tell me, could you, you're probably into the town gossip, right?
When it arrives.
Can you tell me about the Underlord?
Yes, Underlord Lorezi.
Yes.
What about her?
Anything, really. What are her opinions on a lot of things? Where is she? Is she from here? What's her family like?
I believe she's from here. I don't know much of her family. She's a great ruler. I mean, she keeps the city very safe and has overseen enchantments on the bridges to make sure they don't fall and things like that. And she's always looking out for the city, but she's not the most concerned with mild illegalities. But of course, murders and things she's not the most fond of.
Right. And she and the overseer butt heads a lot, I'm guessing.
Oh, yes. As far as I know, yes.
And how does the what's her name? Lorezi? How does she feel about Sunwalker Enterprise?
She like, what? That's all she says.
All right, never mind on that one. Now, what exactly? Okay, so they butt heads on the management of the city, right?
She reaches up and she reaches up and tries to put her like little like kind of rough clawed goblin hands, and she reaches up towards your face and you just instinctually lower your face so she could her beady red eyes stare up at you. You see like a couple little stray hairs on the top of her like rough blue gray elderly wrinkled goblin head. Some hairs poking out from the inside of her long ears that kind of tufts out. More hair coming out of her ears and is on top of her head. And she takes your face in her head. She goes, Mr. Elf, go to the necromancer. Go.
Wait, but
Prove me right.
what do you want me to just say? Do you want me to just walk up and ask if he killed Limo Torque?
Why not? Why not, sir?
That's a good point. All right. Thank you, Pixar.
Now you come back before you leave the city, okay? Make good on this bet. Because you owe me 5 gold, if I'm right.
You told me to pay it forward. I have already given you the stuff.
That was the deposit.
No, Pixar.
It was. It was the deposit.
Thank you for the tea. Where did you get this, by the way?
Just a general story, It's just a normal tea around here. Do you not drink this kind of stuff out there?
Not the types of various shapes and sizes.
Oh, what shapes and sizes are yours?
They're mostly leaves and flowers.
That sounds disgusting.
Well, to each their own. Goodbye.
And so you depart from Pixandra's house.
Yeah, Pixandra. Yes. Aw, I'm going to miss Pixandra. She's gonna be dead soon.
So now you go off in search of Red Owl Laboratories.
God damn it.
Or Red Owl Mansion. What do you do now?
I want to try to break into Limo's house.
Okay. Do you want to ask her if you can use her backyard?
Yes. Pixa, I have one more request of you.
Oh, what now?
I'm just gonna do it, actually.
What?
I just started walking.
Hey, where are you going?
No, don't worry about it. It's okay, really.
And you just walk out her back door and into her rock backyard.
Yeah.
Okay. You see some pockets of mushrooms and fungi. And you see that following you out the back door is her like large chittering insect creature that follows you out back.
Can I try to pet it?
Yeah. Make a nature check.
19.
19. Okay. Yeah, you do. It's very weird. It's like ever so slightly slimy, but also very like flimsy at the same time. Anyhow,
Okay.
there's 1 yard in between this one and the next. If you'd like to try to hop over them first, make a quick acrobatics check. Because the fences are like, for Pixa, it's a privacy fence, which means it's, around 5 feet tall.
Okay, great. Acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. All right. 16.
16. Okay, you do manage to get over it. Mm-hmm. As you're approaching into the next one, you can see that there is an angle from which the guards can see back here. So I'll need you to make a stealth check if you want to attempt to.
All right. Let me think. I'm going to cast invisibility.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check again.
Okay. 15.
All right. So you go invisible, and as one looks back here, you don't even take care to make sure that he's not looking. You just climb over the fence.
Whee!
And make a stealth check just to make sure you don't land poorly.
Okay. I rolled well on my acrobatics, though.
Did you roll a 1?
I did.
You can rewrite fate.
Shit. Fuck. Okay, fine.
All right. So as part of mythic rules, Autumn can use a mythic point to rewrite fate, which is to re-roll a roll with mythic proficiency, which adds a lot. So go ahead and rewrite fate.
22.
22. All right. You land gently, quietly, and you see that there's a back porch leading up to this back door. There's 2 stories to this house. There is also a window up on the second story with a little bit of a roof that comes out, like essentially that comes out over the porch. That if you want to try to climb up onto that to get into the window, or you can just try to enter through the back door.
I'll try the back door first. I'll see if it's locked.
Carefully, quietly step onto the porch. Try the door. It's locked.
Okay.
As you go up to the back door, you try it. It's, again, locked. You hear a thump thump coming from upstairs.
Okay. So how high up is this?
You'll have to climb, but it's not, it's not much higher. It's a slanted roof. So basically from the porch, there is a kind of, I don't know what you call it, like a kind of railing kind of above the actual,
right.
Where you step up onto the porch. You could climb up onto the railing and then climb up onto the roof from there.
Right, yeah, I'll try that.
Okay, make another acrobatics check.
Haha, nice. 28.
Okay, 28. You climb up onto that roof and go up to that back window that overlooks his rock backyard. And this is where the sound came from, but it's dark in there. But you go over to the window, there's no curtain pulled right now.
As in, like, I can see in.
You can see inside and it's dark.
Too dark for dark vision?
No. You see a large office space. Again, you're not seeing the whole office, but you're seeing through the window. You see a large kind of office room, the big desk in the center, in disarray. Stuff has been thrown around in here and tossed around and ruined and papers torn. And something else just fell in here just while you were downstairs checking the door.
Is there anything moving in here? Is there any presence?
Make a perception check.
13.
Not that you can see.
All right. I'm going to cast See the Unseen.
Okay. You cast See the Unseen, unveiling any potential invisible creatures, illusions, and find nothing.
Fuck. Something just fell in here?
Again, you're only looking into there's part of the room you still can't see.
Oh. Ooh, can I cast Detect Magic?
Yes, you may. Let's see. What is the range on that?
Pulling up the stops. 30-foot emanation.
Yes, you do detect magic.
Okay. Shit.
Something magical is in this room.
Can I try to use Figment to, in a far part of the room, make a little Figment, just like a...
What do you make?
My impression of what a scrying something would look like.
A scrying something?
Yeah.
Like an orb?
An orb. I'll make an orb.
You conjure a figment of a glowing orb.
An orb, yeah.
As you do this, something small darts across the room and attacks this orb. And you don't hear much coming from the creature, but it's small. You see wings, and you see a glowing kind of red eye streaked with black as this thing goes in and starts slashing madly and wildly and mindlessly at this glowing orb in the center of the room.
Oh, man. Does it seem corporeal? Like, is it real?
It is a real thing.
Can I cast, this will probably end my invisibility, which is fine. Can I cast Tanglevine on that thing?
Yeah. The window's not open.
Range 30 feet. It says a vine appears from thin air.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So let's do this then. Yeah.
But it also says flicking from your hand.
Yeah. So you'd have to open the window,
Okay.
or it would break the glass.
Okay. Ooh, can I use telekinetic projectile to hurl something that's in the room?
Yeah.
It says within range. Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Roll an attack roll, please.
Okay.
As you take out your wand and just there's like a book on there, like a tome on the ground. They just
Yeah.
Why'd
Okay.
you roll to hit?
Let me see. 19.
19, that hits.
Yes. Okay, so I'll roll some damage.
This is all happening very quickly.
Yes.
As everyone starts attacking, and then you just like panic,
Okay. 2d6.
and make sure you heighten the damage properly.
Oh, right. Okay. So my cantrip level is 3. So this +1, I'd consider heightened twice then, because it's first level, second, third.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, I need, all right, that'll be 4d6 then. 5. 5 plus 8 is
13?
13, yeah.
Okay. You send this tome flying across the room, slamming into this creature, which like gets knocked out of the air and hits the floor with a boom, pretty heavily, like a ball, like a, not quite a rock, like it's not that solid, but something like clay, possibly like some sort of clay, something just hits the floor, and then you see it's small. This thing is very tiny. It's like literally tiny, in game rules terms, it is tiny. So it's maybe about the size of a ball, of like a football or something. And you see it kind of lets out just a little bit of like a as it gets up and just starts looking around animalistically, crazily. Is your invisibility?
Yeah,
gone?
it's gone. Yeah.
And it sees you. I mean, like you're right there in the window. As it turns, it's your orb probably goes to.
Figment? Yeah.
The figment disappears and it kind of like looks where the figment was and then sees you in the window and you see this little clay winged creature with a single eye, red, streaked with black, as I mentioned, just scurry right towards the window, start scratching at it, and exposing kind of like little sharp teeth, bites at the glass. Starts to like chew through the window almost in its ravenous frenzy to get to you. Not quite breaking it, but getting it to the point where it is starting to shatter.
Yeah. Ooh,
You're out now.
Let me. Oh, are we doing like initiative or is it kind of loose?
We're gonna say it's a little loose right now. We're gonna say it's currently your initiative just because you acted first. Because it's only two creatures right now.
Yeah.
So let's go back and forth.
I'll just telekinetic projectile it again.
Okay. Make an attack roll again.
Okay.
As you kind of just like rear back and then take your wand and then use the same tome.
Yeah. 21.
21. Yeah, it hits.
Okay, great. So 6 plus. Oops, that was a 6 because it had the line under it. 6 plus 12, 18 points.
Yeah. So the same tome, you use your wand and just flick it, and it just flies, smashing this thing up against the window. And we won't say through it, but it just smacks it up against the window, causing it to shatter a little bit more. And you hear the glass, and you are like, "Oh, I hope no one heard that." But it drops to the ground. The glow in the eye disappears, and now the eye, it doesn't go lifeless. The eye fades, and you see behind where the eye was, it's just more kind of like gray clay-looking material, and all life and soul and anything in this creature seems to just leave. And you see lying on the ground or on the floor of this office, this strange little creature that is now dead. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh, what? Fun.